My entry for the Parallax 2013 MicroMedic Contest is something that I have called the SMERTbike, which is an acronym for Smart Medical Exercise Machine for use in rehabilitation and therapy. It is designed to replace the control electronics of a stationary bike. It is able to measure vital signs such as heart rate, respiratory rate, body temperature, and air temperature, and use those to automatically adjust the bike. Each workout can be customized to each patient, allowing for minimal risk and maximum workout. Shown here are the various parts of the SMERTbike system. A note to the viewer, all parts on the right side of the blue line are mounted internally to the stationary bike. All parts to the left side are external and are attached by one means or another. The first is a VGA color screen, which provides video output. The second part is the SMERTbike's electronics themselves. The third part is a micro SD card, which stores patient data. Next, we have a polar whirling heart rate transmitter and an infrared remote. Next, we have a face mask, which is used for measuring respiratory rate. And finally, we have a sensor armband, which is designed to measure your body temperature and also how much you sweat, but the sweat sensor was never implemented. So these are all the parts of the SMERTbike system.
Let's take a closer look at the SMERTbike's internal electronics. First off, we have the propeller board of education and the propeller itself. Next, we have a polar whirling heart rate receiver over there, and that is also connected to an LED that's here, so it'll flash every time the heart rate receiver receives a heartbeat. We also have a micro SD card installed for storing patient data and eventually logs of what happened. Let's focus a bit on this electronics board here. We have in the TO92 transistor package here, we have an LM34 temperature sensor. We also have a 38 kilohertz infrared receiver over here. A couple of various wires and cables going to the Board of Education. The thick green cable is a 4-conductor cable that leads over here to this RJ45 connector. Over right here we have a piezo buzzer that's mounted on the bottom, and we also have a pressure sensor that is hooked up by cable to the Board of Education and is also hooked by a hose to this device here, which is a face mask. The face mask attaches like so. For additional accuracy, you can use the safety pin to tie it behind the head. This is a complete system demonstration of the SMERTbike. To get it working, simply apply power to it, and it should load. It will display the menu, which you can scroll up and down using the channel up and channel down buttons on the infrared remote. Let's start with the diagnostics menu. Press OK on the remote to select an option. It will tell you to put the sensors on, and when you have them on, press OK again, and it will bring you to the menu. The diagnostics mode will display information from all the sensors, as well as a couple of variables to help with debugging. For example, it will show the infrared code that is being received by the infrared sensor. It will show your heart rate. I don't have the sensor hooked up now. It will show the ambient temperature and body temperature, as well as the breaths taken, as well as the pressure readings, which help for debugging. The two variables shown are the default pressure and the pressure reading. The default pressure is the pressure that was measured when the device booted up. This is used for automatic calibration. And the pressure reading is the actual reading in real time. For example, if I take a breath in, you can see the pressure reading change, but the default pressure will not change. And if I exhale, you will see it similarly. The second digit on the pressure reading is from the display not updating correctly. There are a few other features, such as pressing mute will test the speaker. Pressing the menu button will test the screen and make sure that it updates correctly. And pressing exit will bring you back to the main menu. Next, we have the simple workout. This is just a basic bare function workout that displays the sensor information. If we press OK to go to it, it will, similarly to the diagnostics menu, it will tell you to put on the sensors. Press OK. It will tell you to begin pedaling, display the bike's speed, the resistance in bar graph form, and it will display the sensor information as well. Resistance is changed by the channel up and channel down buttons on the remote. And temporarily, the speed is all changed by the volume up and volume down buttons on the remote. And similarly to the debug menu, you can press exit to go back. Finally, we have the individual workout. When you press it, it will first give you a list of profiles. Profile number one is the one that I've entered in with my information, and the rest are blank. Just as a bit of a demonstration, if we go to a profile that is blank, it will display an error and tell you to choose again. Profile number 1 is me. Hit OK to enter. It will tell you to put on the sensors like normal, and this interface is a bit more complicated. First, we have the mode, the bike speed, the resistance level, which is adjusted automatically or manually using the channel up and channel down buttons. We also have the exertion level, which is how hard you are working out, and then the rest of the sensor data, as well as your target heart rate zone, which is calculated based on your age. And like the simple program, speed is adjusted manually for now. Using the up arrow on the remote, we can change the mode. Currently, there are 4 modes: default, rehabilitation, stamina, and speed. These modes adjust at what bike speed the program considers slacking, acceptable, or too much. The exertion level is calculated both off of your heart rate and off of the bike speed, and later off of other sensors. There are 4 exertion levels: slacking, just barely, perfect, and slow down. If we change the speed up a bit, you'll see at 15 is when it considers it perfect, and then over 25 is when it slows down. The resistance is adjusted automatically. As you can see, when the exertion level is at slow down, the resistance will slowly tick down. But when it is at perfect, it will stay the same. And if it's anything below than perfect, it will slowly tick up. And you can press exit to go back as normal. The SMERTbike system is able to adapt to a variety of applications. It has a wide range of applications, going from slow rehabilitation to fast training. My name is Roger Ficini. This is my invention, the SMERTbike controller. Thank you for your time.